Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webcast on Centerity Monitor. This discussion will be about performance and availability monitoring for servers, networks, applications, and the enterprise. It's presented by Software Engineering of America. My name is Darren Hayes. I'm the Senior Solutions Engineer at Software Engineering of America, and I'll be giving this presentation today. To give you a brief overview of the agenda, we'll give you a introduction to SEA. We'll take a quick look at the five key areas of any modern IT organization that must be monitored. I will present the SEA solution, which is Centerity, and how it addresses what's missing in most types of monitoring solutions used today. Specifically, the integration of your network, server, and application monitoring with a business service level management approach, which is what Centerity addresses. Then I'll be discussing how Centerity's unique architecture and automated discovery methods allow a deployment time of days rather than months or years, which is what takes with a lot of our competitors' products. I'll highlight Centerity's all-in-one advanced features, which provide, amongst other things, accurate measurement of performance and availability, end-user experience management, business service management views, inventory management, and as well as dynamic threshold management. Finally, at the end, there will be a quick summary of all the business value that Centerity offers. And if there are any questions, I'll answer them as well. So Software Engineering of America. We're headquartered here in Franklin Square, New York. We've been around since 1982. Our focus has been helping our thousands of customers worldwide achieve a cost-effective business environment. And over the years, we've developed a very good reputation for excellent support. Some of our customers include 9 of the 10 Fortune 10, 85% of the Fortune 500. And also one of the great unique features of this company, when you call us for help, you'll always get a live operator, which will be made up of SEA staff. Just to take a quick look at the current state of the environment monitoring. There are many products out there, and they can be broken down into 3 major areas. Point products, such as SolarWinds and What's Up Gold. These tend to address specific areas of your network, but not all of them. We also have the big 4 enterprise companies, which are costly and complex to implement. And these companies include HP OpenView, CA, Tivoli, and BMC. And finally, there are some open source products such as Nagios, which has its own pros and cons surrounding customization and maintenance. So let's start with the point products, which address specific tasks such as monitoring servers only or checking your email, for instance. With these products, it's difficult to get a big picture of the state of your business. There are no drill downs or business level views specific to the root cause of problems causing a business outage or, say, a service disruption. There are also no advanced proactive capabilities such as dynamic thresholds. Instead, these products tend to be reactive, which provides data almost of no value to you in the end. So finally, you have multiple vendors to manage with these products, which tends to be a hassle. So if you want to cover your complete network, you typically have to purchase many of these point products to achieve your goals. Next, we have the enterprise-level solutions, the big four vendors, which tend to have an extremely high total cost of ownership. This is due to the many resources and consultants that you have to hire to implement. The integration process can be, well over a year, and you may not even use half of the features that they provide. In the end, you're dependent on a vendor, another vendor, and trapped in their pricing model. And yeah, because they know, that once you're using the product, you won't want to go through that process again. You're kind of trapped into a vendor relationship that you may not want. With Centerity, we give you all the necessary features up front. We play well with other systems you may already have. And you can use the same original implementation as your business grows and your needs change. So a lot of folks we speak to have gone down the open source road with products such as Nagios. Nagios gives you a pretty good starting framework to build on, but you have to customize it yourself, and it's not always easy. This means hiring many expensive programmers and consultants, and there's no guaranteed results. There's a lot of business risk here. The last thing you want is another big development project with no clear end in sight. In the end, even if this is a successful implementation, you have another in-house tool to maintain in addition to all the other tools, which tends to take your IT staff away from focusing on your main business. Also, you have to take into consideration that the original developers you hire may leave the company, and you have to ask yourself, how do you maintain and extend the tool to meet your future needs? Okay, what does a good all-encompassing monitoring solution look like? From talking to our customers, what they have told SEA is that they want 5 key elements or layers monitored. So we built the Centerity platform to address these 5 layers. First layer is infrastructure, such as your servers, your routers, and various passive equipment. The next layer is the networking layer, such as your WAN, LAN, various VPNs. So most point and open source solutions stop at this point, assuming you've done customized work, of course. The next layer is the application layer. Now you could have commercial or proprietary applications you want monitored. Centerity provides a deep level of inspection of the application layer. The Big Four do some of this as well, but tend to stop at this level. For instance, they may have some view of the infrastructure, some view of the network layer, some view of the application layer. But if there's a problem with a server, say, they can't tell you what the combined impact is on the business level because they can't go any deeper than that. Centerity, in addition to covering these layers, it goes 2 more layers above and beyond our competition. These additional layers are the user experience layer. So Centerity is always checking the performance and availability from the customer's point of view. So what you really want to know is, what are your customers seeing? How's it affecting them? Is the service down? Just getting an alert telling you a router's not working or a database is experiencing troubles doesn't really give you a big picture about what's happening to your users. And finally, we have the business service management layer. So Centerity provides the ability to create business views out of the relevant layers. So the example I discussed earlier, let's say you have a web outage. You may have a web outage affecting customers from one country but not another country. How do you report on that? How do you get it back up as quickly as possible and identify what the issue is and pinpoint exactly how to fix it quickly? So wrapping these 5 layers are 4 supporting systems that Centerity gives you. The first is the event handler. This is a ticketing system and alert system. It's like a lot of alerting systems. It sends you information that's relevant to what's affecting your business, and you can even take action on these alerts. Next, you have a configuration management database. This collects and stores asset info from the various layers that you have. It remembers important relationships between the different assets that you have, and which can be reused at a later date by the system. So it remembers relationships and adds value by using them throughout all parts of the application. Next, you have a central dashboard, which is a powerful web-based browser GUI that can be customized to fit your business needs. Finally, on the left there, you see a smart engine. This provides automation and enables the creation of predefined, simple or complex proactive actions that you can take based on scenarios specific to your business. A good example of this, let's say you have a alert that goes out. Based on these set of proactive actions, you can define under what circumstances to call an IT system admin in the middle of the night, whether to wake them up or not. So just sending out hundreds and hundreds of alerts like our competitors do, they don't really add any value. You can craft these alerts to proactively call the right people at the right time under the right circumstances. So all of this rolls up into one true end-to-end system, and answers the key question: is my business up and running, and what are my customers seeing? And the key for any company is translating this data from your infrastructure and giving a true business meaning. So as I mentioned, here's the central dashboard that you get out of the box. So with all that we just discussed about the foundation for understanding monitoring and what entails a good monitoring solution, what you really want as an end user is you need an easy to use tool to put that system to good use. What you see here is the browser-based GUI. Can be customized to allow you to see everything that is important to your business. The Centerity monitor also provides real-time service outage and offers a fast, accurate, and comprehensive way to see the big picture, which is what you really want. The big picture allows you to get to the root cause of an availability or resource problem so that the IT staff can solve those problems more quickly. It also includes it quantifies actual historic and real-time performance for measurement against goals and SLAs. So if you have a number of different service level metrics, you want to know whether you're meeting them or not, and which ones are being met, which ones aren't. So you can quickly get a good snapshot here. So what you get is a global overview of the enterprise, of your enterprise, customized for you, allowing you to understand problems as well as opportunities and react immediately. It's important to note that all customers get this GUI, whether they are monitoring 50 servers or tens of thousands of devices. Centerity provides all this functionality to organizations of any size at a price point that is reasonable. Okay, a little bit about architecture. Centerity is architected to be powerful and highly scalable, but at the same time very easy and intuitive to use and manage. Every component of your IT infrastructure can be tracked and monitored with a wide variety of monitoring tools and methods. So all the different infrastructure is listed here: databases, passive equipment, network devices, applications, firewalls, They can all be monitored with various methods and tools. You can go agentless, you can use WMI, you can use SSH, Telnet, what have you. You can even create synthetic users to recreate scenarios. You can use SNMP traps. The choice is yours. So everything is integrated in one system, and there are two types of two flavors, if you will, of Centerity. You have the standard edition as well as the enterprise edition. With the standard edition, everything's installed on one server. That includes the monitor module and the management module. Typically, we tell customers who have up to 5,000 checks every 5 minutes to go with the standard edition. Theoretically, the standard edition is unlimited. Some customers have reported up to 8,000, 9,000 checks every 5 minutes. If you want to go beyond that, we have the enterprise edition. The management and monitoring nodes are installed on separate servers. And we have customers that have been tested at up to 300,000 checks every 5 minutes. So it's pretty powerful production, especially if you're a large telecom company or a large international Fortune 500 company. So that's the basic overview of the architecture. Monitoring. So with the cloud monitoring setup, you can monitor your servers, whether they're on hosted environments or in-house. You can monitor the cloud, software as a service, outsource assets, all from one central dashboard. And same, you can validate performance and availability of service delivery using a cloud API, if you wish. You can even create synthetic transactions for your cloud-hosted solutions and bring it all into one central dashboard in one location. Another scenario is remote monitoring. Let's say you're a company that has customers in many different locations, some in Asia, some in the United States, some in Europe. You can customize the tool to give each location a view that is specific and relevant to their location. So let's say, for instance, you have Asia customers. They get a view specific to them, and they get alerts specific to their help desk. So you can have alerts going to a certain group of people in Asia, certain group of people in USA, and Europe as well. So to quickly summarize, you can have distributed nodes, and our module design allows you to scale accordingly. So if you want to start off with a small deployment, you can do that. As your business grows, you can deploy remotely. You can use Windows and Linux servers. And you can control all this from one central location, one single pane console, and it's very powerful, especially for large Fortune 500 companies. They love this feature. So the event console, all alerts and events can be monitored, and they come in here in real time, which allows you to act on those alerts. As you can see from the PowerPoint slide, you have some alerts that are critical, some that are unknown, some are just warnings. You have little icons to the side there. So you can drill down into those icons and get to the root cause of the problem. Allows you to quickly find out what's wrong with your network and escalate it accordingly. You can also monitor your network traffic and availability. This gives you real-time visibility and alerts you to network performance issues. or traffic issues. You can measure the quality of service across your WAN, your routers, your switches. So this real-time visibility gives you alerts, and you have a lot of different methods and graphs to view your KPIs. You can also create your own customized graphs. So the real business value here is the really easy to manage tool. You can make quick decisions without any technical training needed. You can create reports, and you can cut and paste those reports for easy distribution. You can, there's a magnifying glass there where you can actually drill down into specific time frames. And you can also save it to a Microsoft Excel file, and you can email, cut and paste. So the layer that really gives us value add here is the user experience. What you end up getting is a real-time detection and analysis of performance problems before they happen. It really doesn't make any sense to get static alerts if you really don't know what the end user is experiencing. So one of the best ways to understand performance issues from the customer's point of view is knowing exactly what the user is experiencing. This simple GUI interface allows you to really get a good idea of, let's say, how your customers are experiencing your service. You can configure and record and play back complex scenarios and run those scenarios on a regular time frame, and then have reports created based on those scenarios, and have those reports compared to the baseline and emailed directly to you to know what your customers are experiencing. As I mentioned earlier, real-time SLA monitoring. How do we do it? So we have robots that you can program to run in the background. Centerity uses a third-party robot tool. It allows you to create tasks and continually repeat these tasks in the background. The robot sends all this data back to one central location for Centerity. Centerity can then analyze this info, compare it to SLAs that you set up and thresholds you've defined. If these parameters are exceeded, an alert can be generated. So let's say you have a website and you have customers in the UK, France, Italy, the United States. You want to make sure they're all experiencing the same end user experience. So you can have these robots controlled from one central location, let's say in the United States, and have these robots run in multiple countries, report back the user experience, and send that information back to the one central browser and GUI. So this is a very powerful tool. So as I mentioned, you can see everything in one view. Your servers, your networks, your routers, your app servers. Most companies don't provide these types of views, most of our competitors. So business service views really are an effective approach for managing your IT from the perspective of a business. So let's say you have a business service called email. It can be configured to have many different forms of email, such as POP3 servers, SMNT servers, storage devices, email web servers if you have web-based mail. So customers start calling in saying, my email is down. How do you know which one of those services is down? All you really know is that somebody's not getting email. Do you want to check every single device that you have? No, you just want a quick quick summary shows you exactly where the problem is. And with this case here, it's the POP3 server. Sends in a critical alert, gives you a red ball, and sends that email to an IT manager. So you can quickly look at it and go straight to the problem and fix it. It's really powerful. Thresholds. Our competitors provide static thresholds, which tend to not provide a whole lot of value. What you really want are dynamic thresholds, which is what Centerity provides. So dynamic thresholds identify the problem in an early stage and allow you to proactively eliminate false positives. So we speak to a lot of different IT managers, and they all make the same complaint. I'm getting dozens, if not hundreds, of alerts on a regular basis. I don't know which ones are real, which ones are not real. How do I know which ones I really have to act on instead of ignoring all of them? So the elimination of false notifications is really what IT managers want to know. So Centerity can basically utilize historical data on your devices and dynamically create deviation from normal thresholds to proactively adapt to an abnormal resource utilization. For example, your CPU, your memory, traffic, etc. This helps you to better utilize your resources by ignoring the false positives. For instance, let's say you have a static threshold of 80%. By the time you get an alert on that, you're probably going to have some downtime. With Centerity, we store your historical data, and we create an average utilization rate. And you can set a dynamic threshold. Let's say you go over 10% of the average. With that, you can get an alert about a problem before it actually reaches a downtime situation. So really what you're looking for here is identify normally defined behavior, create percentage-based dynamic thresholds based on when you go above that normally defined behavior. So the complete monitoring approach, this is really what Centerity is about. Quick deployment. The deployment time is measured in weeks, not months or years, and we can get a system up and running in 1 to 3 days, which our competitors really cannot promise at all. Also a system that gives you what the end user is feeling, dynamic monitoring, dynamic thresholds. Finally, at the end of the day, it just gives you a complete picture and makes it visible to you. Centerity takes all the different relevant pieces of the puzzle, such as networking, apps, routers, and places them together in a defined business service view. So you can spend more time running your business instead of your IT department running you. We also provide another cool feature called inventory management. It allows companies to keep track of the info on the various devices, whether they're servers, routers. So this inventory management feature is really gets you all the data about every device and stores it in one location. So you can quickly take a look at maybe a server that's having problems and find out exactly what's running on that system, and allows you to act on it. So network layout status maps. These give you a graphical view of the network, including the relationships between the different hosts. They also show you what parts of the network are operational and functional, and which parts are down or non-functional. Centerity gives you 3 types of maps out of the box in a mesh format. So the first here is a hierarchy view. Next is a topology view, or a parent-child view. And finally, we also give a graphical map view. Just allows you to find out what the relationships are between different devices and where they're located. Finally, reports. As with all great applications and all-in-one systems, Centerity provides excellent reports. We provide a powerful web-based front end to view and troubleshoot any problem. We also allow you access to the database, so you can actually create your own customized reports by doing, either using another tool. We allow you to have direct queries against our database, so you can create your own customized reports if you want. So reports are generally summarized into 3 general types. Availability reports, which give you uptime views of your hosts and services and whether you're meeting SLAs. We also give you event log reports, so it's a raw data history log about everything that has occurred in the system. We also provided summary reports, which allows you to find abnormalities and problems in certain types of hosts, certain types of services, and it calculates and displays events that meet your report selections. These types of reports can also be viewed as trends, histograms, and bar graphs as well. So, Centerity is a real alternative to the Big Four. With the Big Four, you have to, usually you have to buy all kinds of different pieces to get a complete system. When customers implement our Centerity system, a lot of them report an immediate 80% cost reduction. And some of the key benefits that our customers have pointed out to us are a reduced initial cost and total cost of ownership. And that's key, really. It's easier to admin. It gives you all-in-one views. The value of a user experience is something that a lot of our competitors just don't provide. And you get all these features rolled up into one, and much lower cost. So to summarize everything, you get one system, easy to operate, and you get all your information through a central dashboard, an event console. You get graphs, reports, dynamic maps, and the key is business service views, and allows you to manage your business more effectively. So that's the end of the PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to look into the chat box and going to answer some of the questions that you've entered in the chat. If I don't get to your question, I'll follow up to you by email. And of course, if you have any additional questions or you'd like to see a demo in the near future, please contact us, and we can arrange a demo or presentation customized for you. So the first question is, how is the software licensed? Are there multiple components? So as I mentioned, Centerity is offered in 2 editions, Standard and Enterprise. Both are fully functional, as you saw with the demo. It's available to organizations of all sizes. It's priced out based on capacity or number of checks that your organization wants to perform in 5-minute intervals. So as I mentioned, standard edition, we promise up to 5,000 checks every 5 minutes. Some have reported more. The enterprise edition can go up to hundreds of thousands of checks per 5 minutes. So 2 different options, and gives you a lot of different flexibility. Next, see, what type of or size of server does Centerity require? Do we have to purchase it ourselves, or does Centerity supply it? For the standard edition, we typically recommend you just need 1 server, a quad-core 2 CPU device. With enterprise solutions, the minimum is 3 servers, and you have to purchase these servers yourself. Next question. Can the servers be virtualized? The answer is yes to that. It's doable for the standard edition, obviously. For the enterprise edition, no, we don't recommend. Well, you simply can't do virtual for the enterprise. A lot of this is due to considerations such as, your input, I/O. When you're running virtual, you can't really have that many transactions happening every 5 minutes. So, so standard, yes, you can be virtual and standard. Enterprise, no. Let me see here. For replacements of larger enterprise solutions, what is the replacement time for implementing Centerity? And do you provide professional services to help us convert? With Centerity, what you end up with is an amazing compressed time frame. We've been able to replace the HPs, BMCs, and Computer Associates of the world in easily 8 to 12 weeks. Obviously, that's not including major customizations that you might want. We have a PS team that's got a lot of experience with migrations of data, scripts, user profiles, etc. And we have a number of procedures in place to make that migration fast. Next question. We have a number of point solutions that you mentioned already, but are interested in the monitoring of the business service levels, and we're also interested in monitoring specific applications. Can we have our products send this information to Centerity and still get the business service level views? The answer is yes. Centerity can function as what's called a manager of managers, if you will. So in this case, we're getting information from your existing monitors. There are customers that have set us up this way before. What we really recommend is reducing this reliance on third-party system monitors. If you go with Centerity, you really just don't need them anymore. So Centerity pretty much does everything. And it looks like the end of the questions. So that's the end of today's session. As I said earlier, if you have any additional questions or would like to see a personalized presentation tailored to your company's needs, please contact us. Thank you for your time today, and have yourself a great day. Bye now.